We're testing out the new x-Hubsan 2 app, version 2.3.6 on the Hubsan Mini, and we're going to do some panorama shots just to see if there's any other glitches in the programming, and there are a few. A forewarning here. Parts of this video get very annoying, especially with the audio, and I'm hoping that can be eliminated later. Okay, but apologies for that, but just wander through it. If you want to fast forward through the bad parts, go right ahead. Okay, I do a lot of yakking, but take what you will. Okay, let's get to it. Switch to video mode. When we look at the video and we're 4K, it always goes back to 4K, and I always like 1080p at 30. Okay, then I'm just going to put it up. Here we go. Up it goes.
The home point has been updated. Please be mindful of the new return to home point.
Okay, so let's just, we have 100% in the battery. So let's go up so I can see it. We'll go up about where we are, 17, 20, yes, something like that. Okay, about there. 30. Okay, there we go. See that horizon's off again? That's the biggie for this guy. But let's go into here, and we can go into here, and we can go into here, and we go panoramic, and we're going to go horizontal. Okay, and we're going to go take my pictures. 0, 2, 3, 4. That's done. Okay, and this is what it looks like when we put it through the Microsoft Image Composer. It's all stitched together in a very large picture. Next, so let's go to back to there and look at this, and we have 1080p. Okay, and we're gonna go down a couple. I'm just gonna take a short little video here. See if we can get that horizon any better. Spin around a bit. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to stop that video. Now then, let's go back the other way. Away from the sun. There we go. That horizon's better. Let's take another panoramic. This time, we're going to drop that down a bit. Okay. We're going to go into panoramic. We're going to go sphere 180. Let's go 180. Take. It's going to take 6 pictures. So if this doesn't freeze up, that means there was a problem with my tablet phone holder, which I have to look into. It's the way that the phone fits into the controller, so it touches buttons it shouldn't, I'm assuming. So the way I have it now, it's not touching any buttons. So maybe, and it's that clip that looks like a U thing. It was too big and I had to make one anyway. And this one is basically one big wide picture, like a normal panoramic. It's called wide. Okay? And the next one. That's finished. Let's go back. Can we go back? There we go to video mode. Okay. So, does the video mode hold the 1080p? Yes, it did. So, let's go back to camera. And it seems to be working now. So, let's go into this. And let's look at panorama. And vertical, dun dun, sphere. What is a sphere? Let's have a look. Okay, and we'll just center it. There, those are your thirds, okay? And sphere. Holy jumpers, 48 pictures? Well, we're going to see. We've got lots of battery. The only thing this doesn't do, because it's got the bigger camera, it doesn't give you a CPU heat warning readout like the Xeno Mini Pro and the Xeno Mini do. I'm assuming because that's got internal memory, all that kind of stuff, but that shouldn't overheat. We're only at number 7. We should have lots of room on the card. Now, I don't know if this automatically gives you your spherical picture or whether or not you have to put that in. The other thing on here I noticed, when you're taking these pictures or if you're in video mode, it doesn't tell you what your EV value is as you're flying. So that would be a nice thing to have. I really like the Fimi for that, especially the Fimi X8 SE. You can use the right dial and adjust on the fly your EV value. It's a great option. And for an inexpensive large drone, over 250 grams, you can't beat the Fimi X8 SE, okay, for a larger one. Now, I haven't tried the Hubsan Ace, or as some people might call it, the EXO Black Hawk 2. I haven't tried that, but the Ace for a bigger drone, maybe a little bit more powerful and be able to adapt better. But it would have to be up there with the Fimi X8 SE. I know it can. On one of their models, it does have the same camera. The other two models have the 1/1.3, and that's either if you go Hubsan Ace Pro, and the Hubsan Ace SE, I guess, has a smaller camera. But the EXO Black Hawk 2 comes in the Black Hawk 2 and the Black Hawk Pro. And of the Black Hawk Pro, there's two options, one with or without obstacle avoidance sensors, I believe. Just like their EXO Mini Pro has two versions. So that would be like the Hubsan Xeno Mini Pro and the Hubsan Xeno Mini, one with and without obstacle avoidance. And then they have the EXO Mini, which is basically the Hubsan Xeno Mini SE. Trying to keep all these straight is ridiculous, and believe me, some of the people even at EXO have no idea which drones they're duplicating. And for instance, their EXO Mini with the 1/2.6 camera is not the same camera that's on the Hubsan Xeno Mini SE. From my looking and trying to find out about it, it's the same camera that was on one of the original Xenos, Hubsan Xenos. And when that originally came out, I seem to remember the very first few that came out had a round lens. And then after that, it went to the rectangular or square lens. But the EXO Mini has a round lens. So it's different than the Xeno Mini SE, because the Xeno Mini SE has a square lens. So there's something different. I call it a hybrid. Is it good or is it bad? I don't know. It's got the same software, same stuff in it, same protocols. You can fly any of their drones with the x-Hubsan 2 app, and vice versa. You can fly any of these compatible drones with the Black Hawk 2 app. So we're finished there. Okay. And when you put these spherical images together, all 48 of them, you get a weird looking thing like this. You have to put it through another processor, and you get things like this. So that's what that looks like. Okay, let's continue. Let's get this camera down a bit. Okay, let's see if we can just head out like we did with the other one. Yeah, it must have been that that holder that I had. So let's go down to one more. Yeah, let's try that. Now, do we have HDR? No, we don't have HDR. We have H-log, but no HDR. Okay, let's take this video, long press, and let's go up and turn around. There we go. Up we go. Let's go up to about... I do have the landing gear on, so I've got to be careful. There we go. That's high enough. Let's head out there. Now it looks pretty dark on the screen. So can we adjust it on the fly? Let's see if we can adjust it on the fly. How fast are we going? 8 meters per second, roughly. Stop it there. Now, can we adjust it on the fly? No, we can't. So let's stop that video. Okay. Uh-oh. No, here we go. Okay. Up. One. A little bit there. There we go. Okay, let's start this again. Okay. It's a little slow to react. They might have done something to it. So let's go forward. We're up to 5, 6, 7 meters per second. And we're just going to go out this way a wee bit. There we go. Now this is the Hubsan Mini. And yeah, so we're just going to have a look at that. We've taken some panoramic pictures. And I'll try and put them at the end here. Okay, we're just trying to concentrate that we don't want to lose it. We have a new app, and apps can be very temperamental. I'm having some issues. It's not as responsive as it used to be. We still have good satellite and we still have good connections, which I really enjoyed with the Hubsan series. And I enjoy the flight control. It's very good. So right now we are out at about 450. So I just took the X8 Mini up and we went out about 850. So that's on the other side of this little island that we're coming up to. And then we're going to do a return to home and see what it looks like just by itself. I like return to home because it just takes the pain out of trying to fly it, and you can just look around more and not worry about pushing buttons and all that kind of stuff. So we do have, I would say, a better connection than the X8 Mini from Fimi. On the Fimi, we were having a little bit of weak signal on the video transfer. Here we're not, and we're up about 750. If we hit 820, I'm going to turn it back. Yeah, there we go. And you see the signals are still pretty strong, so there we go. So let's hit that return to home button.
Return to home.
Return to home. What's it going to do? I have set my return to home to 50 meters. Now, this is the controller that got damaged in my infamous first time I ever crashed, which was the joke on that title, that I ever crashed, fell backwards, and everything flew all over the place. This is a controller that got dinged in the corner by where the video button is. But I'm going to push the function button to get rid of that beeping, that annoying beeping. But it's good. It's just like you do want a beep when it's getting low on battery for the controller. That's very important, and I appreciate that one. So yeah, this time for some reason the controller has held the battery power pretty good. So yeah, which is the one? Yeah, I think it's the my SE version. The battery on the controller doesn't last that long. Here it is. I hear it whining. That's at 12 meters per second. That's coming back pretty good. Boomer. There we go. And it's about, oh, good 27, 29 degrees out. So there it goes, and it turns and faces the direction in which it took off. I'm going to lower that a little bit. And it's facing, well, from when we started the video, I'm assuming. So it's coming down. Nice picture of that lake there, by the way. And we're coming down just over the house. So you can see how far you're off. Okay, you can see how far you're off. You'd think you'd be over the lake, but you're not. You're over the house. So let's just... it might thread the needle here. Are we daring? It's going to come between the canopy, so let's... There we go. How close do we come to these trees as it comes down? Pretty close. And then it really slows down. Very good. Very good. I'll stop it there.
Cancel return.
I will say, look at this. I'll point that camera dead down. Pretty slow, I know. That's dead down. And where are we? Right over the pad. Up we go. I might have to adjust that speed. I like that for film taking. There we go. There we go. Pretty good. Straight ahead. There we go. Don't mind my knees and my legs and my shorts. Turn it around. Stop that video. And we will hand catch it. Goes up. Left stick down. Goes down.
Landing.
Perfect.
The home point has been updated. Please be mindful of the new return to home point.
Oh, let's put this away. So, the new app 2.3.6 kind of works. I think what they added is they added the Hubsan Ace to it. But I will say it's not as responsive as it used to be. Turn this off. Okay. So, what I want to do is, let's turn it back on again. Single picture. Let's just point it up at something, not me. Okay, so just take a picture.
Your drone just auto-avoided a collision. Obstacle avoidance was used. Be careful.
Really?
Your drone just auto-avoided a collision. Obstacle avoidance was used. Be careful.
Wow.
Your drone just auto-avoided a collision. Obstacle avoidance was used. Be careful.
Okay, now that's new. Yeah, so there you have it, version 2.3.6, and we did some panorama views and shots. And how did they come out? Some were distorted, some were of little use, and some were of little less use, I guess. I'm not a big photograph guy with these cameras. I just like the videos, but the photos are nice by themselves. But let me know what you think about the panorama views. Are they of any use? You be the judge. But 2.3.6 does have a few little issues. The pitch of the camera, the adjustment speeds, the interactiveness, the latency. You push something and it happens. And then obviously the miraculous arrival of sensors when the drone doesn't have sensors. I don't know. Hubsan, one step forward, 3 steps back. Till next time, go get the fresh air. See you later.